A lot of people think that alligator wrestling is about jumping on top of a gator, dominating it, doing tricks, doing all sorts of other stuff. And while that is entertaining, that's really all it is, entertainment. So the Miccosukee invented alligator wrestling, but what it actually is a way of catching alligators alive in order to provide food for your family. So uh, the reason they had to do this is because out there in the Everglades, the water level changes. So when we have a wet season, the water level's high. So that means that they were cut off from hunting deer and boar and other animals that they normally hunted as easily because there was more water than there was land. So they had to learn how to hunt the alligator in order to provide food for themselves and their family during those periods. So the technique to successfully catch an alligator is what real alligator wrestling is. So it's not about tricks or dominating the animal or anything like that. Um, so what Jesse's showing you right now is the first part of the process of catching a gator. You're going to notice that we have sticks. It's not to beat the alligator over the head. We're not going to jab it in the eye or the ribs or anything like that. We do the shows with the help of the animal in mind. It's because the tribe has a very deep respect for nature and animals for reasons I'll get into later. So, yeah, sorry, I'm trying to stay up here. So you're going to see this alligator is over 9 feet. It's not trying to bite Jessie, not trying to eat her. A lot of people think alligators are very aggressive animals when it's not true. In the wild, they'll eat fish, turtles, and birds. So they don't eat us. We're not on the menu. So these are not animals that you need to be scared of. They just need to be respected like all other animals. So the first step in catching a gator is to tire it out. It's really important to tire out the alligator because if you were to just jump on top of a gator without tiring it out or doing any sort of working of the animal, you're going to realize very quick that you made a huge mistake. These are very powerful animals.
Are they tired right now?
Yes.
Yeah, the water's been kind of cold and we haven't really been having a lot of what's it called, sun. So there's kind of overcast here and there, and they're very reliant on temperature in order to warm up their bodies. It's what gives them energy. So because they're cold-blooded, so all the bumps on their back are called scoots. That's how they absorb heat from the sun. So they recover pretty quick too. All they got to do is lay out like swim, and they'll actually regain their minutes. So
Wow.
this whole process of using them for the shows is not harmful at all. So now that the alligator is already tired.
Yeah, and I don't. It's almost the end of the day. I don't want to kind of
Yeah.
super disturb him or anything like that. So I'm gonna be extra gentle with him today.
Yeah, Jesse's gonna.
Were they born here?
No, these are all donated. These are all nuisance alligators, so they were donated by the state. So when Florida Fish and Wildlife captures gators, they'll contact different facilities. This is one of them, and they'll ask if we're willing to take in nuisance gator.
Wow.
So we're kind of like their last hope. So we try and take in as many gators as we can. But unfortunately, the sad truth is that because so many people interact with wild gators and they'll feed them, they lose that natural fear of people, and what happens is that most of them get euthanized. So we save 30-something alligators, but thousands of gators get killed every year because of nuisance interactions. So
I didn't know people fed them. Wow.
oh yeah, welcome to Florida.
Yes, in Florida we're so well populated by alligators that it's one of the most things that you will see in terms of wildlife.
Yeah,
So
and the city's also connected with so many canals and waterways and water gates and all that.
they're everywhere. You will see them in your backyard.
I thought
going
people were
into-
scared of them. I guess they're not scared of them here.
Florida people are.
I'm from Texas, so.
Yeah, Florida people are built different. For like a cool Instagram video, they'll feed a gator.
Yeah.
This size.
Oh,
And that's
I
the
wouldn't do
problem.
that.
Yeah, one person will start feeding it. They'll joke around saying it's my pet gator, this and that, and then later down the line they get bored or they realize, man, I'm spending like a whole bunch of money, $100 a month, to feed an animal that's not mine. They stop feeding it. The gator's already in that area, and it's all of a sudden waiting for food, getting hungry.
Going to people.
And then someone starts fishing or swimming in like later or farther down the canal.
They start losing their natural fear of people because of us people. We install that in them, sadly.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we always tell people that if you guys
These
see
are
wild
never
gators-
going back in the wild.
No, they stay with us to the day they decide to cross over the rainbow.
Yep. So we always tell people don't feed gators. It really ends bad for the animal. Even if you're feeding them with good intentions, man, we only save a few of them. So it's really sad that the animal pays for the mistakes of people. So yeah. So now that the gator's tired, you didn't have to do much. It's been a long day for everyone. But now that the gator's tired, Jesse can show you how to capture them. There are two ways to do it. You can approach from the front or the back. So when you approach from the front, you're taking advantage of one of the weaknesses of the alligator, and it's that they can't see directly in front of them. So the way that their snout is shaped, it prevents them from seeing straight. So in order to see straight, they have to turn their head. So you can actually just go up and grab an alligator if your arm is flush with the symmetrical line going down their head. So you could actually approach like that, just grab their mouth, and they would have no idea until you actually make skin contact. The other way of doing it is from behind, which Jesse's going to show you. It's called a quick capture. So you pull on the tail of the gator, you pull it towards you, jump on top, and then you cover the eyes of the gator.
You grab the tail. When you pull them back, your advantage is going to be their eyes always go underwater. When they go underwater, they have a second eyelid that's called their nictitating membrane. And they can see, but it's almost like seeing with goggles. So when you're doing the quick catch and you're pulling from the back, since they're submerged underwater, they're trying to focus on what's going on underwater versus what's going on out here. So tug that tail and then cover the eyes. I'm not gonna sit on him.
Yeah,
Okay.
we try to be very gentle with the alligators because the tribe has a lot of respect for them, and we do as well.
So you're covering the eyes.
They're high stress animals, so covering the eyes helps calm them down.
Are you from the tribe?
We're not. No, we just work for them.
Okay.
So once you're on top of the gator, you're covering the eyes. There's one, well, you have to tap the mouth. That's one of the last things you have to do. But there's one problem. When the Miccosukee were doing this, a lot of the times they were by themselves. There was no second person to run up and quickly tie the mouth for you. So that brings up a very important question. If you're by yourself in the middle of the Everglades and you're sitting on top of an alligator, how do you secure the mouth when both hands are going to be occupied? Well, you do the logical thing. You have to use your head. You put the jaws of the gator on your throat and you press down towards your chest, and it's called the bulldog. This is going to show you in a second.
Do they ever hiss at you?
Always, all the time.
Yep, some of them are a little fussy. So you press down towards your chest to secure the mouth, free up your hands, take out a piece of rope or cloth, tie the mouth about 6 or 7 times, and then at that point you caught the alligator. Now the reason that this is possible is because alligators have very powerful muscles for shutting, which are right there. Those are the jaws. They can bite down with a force of 2,000 pounds of pressure per square inch. But the muscles to open, however, are a lot smaller. It's those tiny little things right there. So once you secure the mouth in the gator, that's it. It's done. So the last thing you'd have to do is grab both legs of the alligator, flip it on its back, and hold it there until it passes out. Alligators, when they're upside down for a long period of time, blood rushes to their head and they go unconscious, similar to sharks. So, yeah, they go into a coma-like state.
His eyes open.
We don't demonstrate that here because it's really harmful to the alligator. If you do it repeatedly, you can cause permanent brain damage.
I'm going to show the teeth so I could jump on and start prepping for the feedings.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm just going to show you the teeth very quickly so you can at least see how they look on the inside. Oh, now that you're here.
Yep.
You see when you pull the skin? Okay, so you see how it's all cracked?
Yeah.
When you pull the skin,
Well, she probably...
if you go in between right there, those lines, that is very sensitive to them.
Oh, maybe that's what she let go. Yeah, when she clamped down, I grabbed her really firm because I was expecting her to shake.
I would love to show you the teeth, but Jake will show you a diagram that we have of an actual.
We have an actual.
Okay.
jawbone.
Yeah, I just don't want to keep.
That's okay.
I don't want to keep disturbing him and stuff.
Yeah.
That's okay. I saw them. They were kind of there. So
So.
that's different. Like crocodile, you can see them, right? Their
Yeah,
teeth.
with the crocodile they have zipper teeth, and with an alligator they have a humongous overbite. So you'll always just see the top row of teeth, but then you have some alligators that their snouts are just formed differently, and then they'll have snagged teeth, and you'll see like the top and the bottom teeth just coming out. Yeah, those ones are actually.
So now you're gonna feed them?
No. We have.
Oh, you're gonna take
raccoons
them away to feed them?
No, we have raccoons and other
Yeah,
animals.
we have baby raccoons and
Oh, okay.
our big girl over here and our tortoise.
So you're done with the show?
Well,
No,
I
he's
still have
he's gonna continue with you and he's
Oh.
gonna take
last
out a
little
baby
bit.
alligator for you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Thank
so
you.
Because so once the alligator slipped on its back, they were able to load it onto the canoes. We have examples over there, next to the large gator pit, and they were able to. When the alligator's unconscious, tie up the legs. So they would actually hog tie it. This is to make sure that the alligator couldn't flip the canoe over, throw them off it. So just to make sure it's more secured. Once the alligator was on the canoe, they'd flip it back over so it comes to. If they were to leave the alligator upside down for a really long time, it could actually pass away. So that's why we don't really demonstrate it, because there's no need to put the animals through that.
It's very stressful.
Yeah, it causes long-term damage to them too. So once the alligator was back home, the women would put the animal down. They would harvest the meat. So once the meat is harvested, there's still a lot of the alligator that's left. For example, the teeth that you saw earlier, the teeth were used as jewelry. The bottom jaw, it was split here in the middle, and you could get 2 hammers out of it. And you could also use that as a bludgeoning weapon too. So the scoots in the back, they're all over there.
Yeah.
The ridges they have on their back, they would be cut into strips, dried out in the sun, and the men would fasten it to the bottom of their shoes, so it gave them better footing when they were hunting out in the Everglades. The ribs were set in half, sharpened, turned into knives. The lungs were dried out, used to transport water. The intestines were dried out and used as twine. So the alligator had a lot of uses beyond just meat to the Miccosukee. And because they have a very deep respect for animals and nature, they made sure to use, instead of discarding it, they would exchange their leftovers at the trading outposts that started popping up along Tamiami back in the day. 1928 is when it was constructed. So with those leftovers, the parts of the alligator, whatever they hunted, exchanged for things such as currency, cutlery, beads, sewing machines, gunpowder, weapons, canoes. So that and much more they were able to have access to because of the alligator. So that's why it's considered nowadays as a sacred animal, which is why they have a very deep level of respect for it, which is why we occasionally do tricks here and there for festivals and stuff like that, maybe large groups. But
Do they just smoke the meat, or how do they eat it?
I think
They probably just cook it over fire, like a pan or something.
Yeah, a pan, I think.
Did she say you have a baby alligator?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab that now.
Where is he now?
So we have you see that gray enclosure there?
Yeah.
We have a little pond for the babies.
Oh. Raccoons are amazing. Hi. Oh yeah, those are really tiny. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, there you are. Oh wow.
So we have a few yellow belly sliders. We have a common snapping turtle.
Where did they come from? You found they were in someone's yard too?
No, I mean, some of these are donations. This is Jesse's personal pet. The alligators are also donations, so same as the larger ones. They were nuisance alligators.
Yeah.
And then we have the soft shell is a rescue.
Oh man. So you're gonna pick up a baby alligator? Is that what they're called? Just baby alligators?
Yep. So this is a soft shell.
Ooh! Oh wow!
That one's my favorite turtle. He's missing an eye.
He's got a long head.
He
looks like a snake, kind of his head. Yeah.
They have really long heads, and that's so they can like stick it out, and using a little hog-like nose, they'll actually stick it out of the water, take an air, and then go back down. So they don't have to like stick their whole head out like other turtles, like that.
Wow.
So it's really, really cool. And
they're friends. The turtles and the alligators.
For now, yeah.
They don't try to eat the turtles?
No. So the alligators are too small to be able to eat
They're too small at this size.
That's why, yeah, they're friends for now.
Yeah, they're hissing, but they're... Now, if they were to bite you, what would it do to your finger?
Poke holes in it.
It
Depending.
probably would. It could
This
bite your
one-
finger off.
No, well, not an adult. Maybe
I'm-
a kid, like one that size, or the bigger one in here. Got
You're gonna pick up a small. This is the smallest one, I think.
one of the smallest. There are two around the side. Sorry, buddy.
Oh. Whoa.
You just gotta be gentle with them.
Whoa.
I'm
He
not tired of
looks.
this one,
It's so amazing how tiny it is, but how strong. And it's like he's so small. Can you imagine? I can't imagine how small the big ones are. How old is this one?
About 9 months.
Oh.
So I'm gonna show you the easiest way to hold them.
I'm gonna hold him.
Do you want?
Do you want to hold my camera then?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's very easy. You're gonna get these two fingers, go under the neck, and then hold like that, and then hold the tail. So this gator is not gonna have tape on it, but as long as you hold them gently like this, and you make sure there are no gaps in between your fingers. So just like that, put this finger over, lock it, and the gator's not gonna be able to.
So to
bite
take
you.
it from you, I do the neck first,
So you can secure, just like that.
and then give you this. It's recording, so you can take it off. Oh wow! It's
Yep.
pretty amazing. Hi.
Pretty cool, right?
Do you like me? You have a very cool eye. I can see the teeth coming over the sides.
Yep. That's one of the main differences between gators and
He's
crocodiles.
not trying to get away or anything.
I'd hold the tail just in case. like close your grip.
Close my grip.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay. Is it look better now?
Well, I was saying because if it freaks
He's
out
breathing
and
everything.
yeah, if he freaks out and
He doesn't seem like he's breathing hard, but he's not. So you hold him just straight like this.
Yep. Hold him straight.
Wow, that's amazing. He feels really like I didn't know they were gonna feel like this. It's more soft than I thought.
A lot of people think that they're really bony and hard, and that's only half true. So on the adults, the back, the scoots, all those little ridges they fill out and they get thicker over time. So we have examples here of the scoots. So this is an example of what the bone plate would look like on an adult, and we also have like an actual back there.
Awesome, thank you. We can turn the video off. I'll get a picture maybe. Thank
Okay.
you.